just one of those things. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
The Ayr Scottish Eagles hosting the Manchester Storm, and Ayr got off to a flying start. Cam Bristow picking up Sean Byram's rebound to beat Frankie Pietrangelo. Manchester leveled through Krumschmidt and went ahead in the second period after catching Ayr running around their own zone. Miller fed Weaver, who stuffs it in from the really bad angle. Mike Moran's pass beat 4 Scottish Eagles, and Jablonski punished them to make it 3-1. Darren Hurley then beating everyone to the slot to make the final score 4-1 to Manchester. Sunday saw the preview of the first Benson & Hedges Cup semi-final. London traveled to Bracknell, and London opened the scoring, Duthie with the tip-in. London doubled that on the power play. Duthie again broke the box and beat Campese through the 5-hole. Bracknell's never-say-die attitude showed in the third. They pulled one back from Woods, his blast on the power play finding its way through traffic. It made for an exciting finish, and head coach Dave Whistle beat everyone to the showers. He got ejected for arguing with Nigel Boniface over a bench minor penalty. Once again from Whitley Bay, Newcastle hosting the Manchester Storm, and the Arcays shook the Storm early on, Alroos scoring at close range, eventually. But the Storm responded with an equalizer from Robinson and then the slap shot from Weaver to give them the advantage. Newcastle soon leveled it when Makala's shot was helped in by the back of the netminder Bernard, forcing the game into overtime. The Arcays came out on top, Koivinoro firing home from close range to give his team the 2 points. So Manchester's overtime point puts them top, while London reached their highest ever league position in third, and the Ayr Scottish Eagles find themselves in the basement.
And there you see the Nottingham Panthers sitting down there.
The tape, and right now a lot of passes are going astray.
No, they're both not hitting key passes that they should be. They're a little bit too far ahead.
Big slash by Banks. And he goes for the shot. Banks is looking to mess it up with Baxter. Had the huge two-handed slash. He's from Toronto, but you'd think he would be from British Columbia with some hacks like that. Chopped down a red one.
Woods got in there. He got in the wrong way, and he ends up down on the ice. You'll see here, Woods tries to control it out, but Banks just goes in, two-hands him right across the mid-drift, and Woods is down.
And then Banks adds insult into injury and shoots the puck.
Well, he shoots the puck, but he also then goes to the ref and says, hey, what did I do?
It's over 4 minutes to go. We got a 2-on-1 with Rushforth and Kenny. Pass inside, rebound. Kelman with a great play that broke up the 2-on-1, but Rushforth picked it up and had the shot away anyway. Now, here we go. Here we go, Kelman. Kelman and Kenny dancing and getting ready to duke it out. They better start throwing quickly.
Well,
otherwise the linesman will jump in.
Linesman just go and say you either go right or break it.
Here we go. Kenny levels Kelman with a couple rights and lefts.
That's livening this crowd up even more.
I'm out of my seat.
So am I. Kelvin's still throwing. Linesman's trying to break it up.
Well, Gary, we saw the linesman standing off to let the players do their stuff. Why didn't they come in a little bit earlier?
Well, put it this way. You got two big boys out there that are eventually going to throw something, and being a linesman, you're not overly that big. I wouldn't want to get in there and try to break something up and find that I've got a punch coming in the side of my head. So they let them go. You know, they let them tire themselves out, let them throw a few punches. They'll tire themselves out eventually, and then they can break it up.
Well, it was a good duke either way. Here we can see Kenny getting a couple in right away to do it by themselves, but they're working it down low. In London zone, big hit, and Schulte hits the ice. Penalty call coming up on the play. Woods with the puck, dumps it in. Schulte's still in. He's cut on the play. He's actually got blood coming from his head.
That's Ash getting it there. I think you'll see he's going to have it for high sticks.
Paxton Schulte, big tough guy. You can definitely see the blood.
No, you go in. Schulte's working in there. Ash goes with him, goes in with him. I think he gets a stick up on him and cuts him.
So Schulte will have to get that. He came at you. 11 seconds into the game. Ryle fires high. Then Tim Murray, the player of the game, equals it at 1 apiece. Smith made it 2-1 from the slot. Rushforth then leveled it at 2 apiece with a one-timer. We thought it was Ware. Then Kenny gave the London Knights the lead. Kenny with number 2 doubled that to make it 4-2. Claudio Stremin, that offensive defenseman, with the howitzer to make it 5-2.
But calling the sticks there on the illegal stick incident in that second period.
Well, I mean, most of those sticks come illegal, and we just realized that his stick didn't look shaved. So we felt that we took advantage of a rule that does exist in the rule book, and hey, we'll take the win. That's all that matters. They don't count how you won, they count who won.
Let's take a look at all the goals now, Mike, and talk us through these.
Well, I think that what they're doing is they're working the puck behind the net very well, the London team. They got some very strong forwards, and here's a wraparound where the goalie can't quite get back to his side of the net. Ideally, the goalie wants to get right to the post and protect that area, but he doesn't. And here's another goal from behind the net. Knox just passes out quickly, and I think it's Rial that puts the puck in. I'm not sure, but it's a very quick play from behind the net. Now I think there's another goal from in behind the net here. The goalie's down. It banks off the board. Unfortunate for the Bracknell goalie, but he's kind of flopping around like a seal in there. He's tripping himself and everything, and things weren't going well for Bracknell at this point. But here's a beautiful goal by Rial. He puts it over the glove of Trevor Robbins off the wing, and the London defense got caught napping there a little bit. Here's another little bit of a scramble here. But here, Bracknell just want to get the puck on the net and see what happens. And again, I think it takes a funny bounce off the barrier, and there's the Bracknell player ready to stuff it home. So we've had
Controversial incident where you thought perhaps that Bracknell should have been given a goal?
I think they should have been given a penalty shot here. You know, the rule states that if a player is in the clear and his ability to shoot the puck is there's an infraction by the opposing defenseman. If you're in the clear and you're about to take your shot and there's a penalty, then it's supposed to be a penalty shot. And I think it was clear that player was
side. These not stringing a lot of passes together, but they are clearing their zone. Now the play gets whistled up on the far side in the neutral zone, and we got a little bit of, again, Gary, nothing that like you said, nothing will blow out of proportion here. No team wants to go shorthanded, but no one's going to back down either.
No, I don't think they can. You're still having a little scruffle there with the London bench. Ward in there. Ware now looking. Ware and...
Here we go. Schulte and Ware. Schulte swinging, Ware not with the gloves off. Ware's actually, you can see he's been given the command by McSorley not to drop the gloves. But I think in this case it may work against the London Knights because he'll probably get the penalty call anyway.
I think definitely Schulte will get the extra 2 minutes if that's what Kirkham will call. I'm pretty sure Ware will go as well, but Schulte could get the extra 2.
There, Schulte goes down into the penalty box.
You knew sooner or later it was going to happen. You'll see here, Ware takes a cross check right at Schulte. And that definitely sparked it off because Schulte's still down there.
So is Schulte saying, I'm going to get up and maybe spark up the boys a little bit, fight Ware?
I think so. Why not? You know, if you can get in there and do something like that, that can turn a team around. Look at that. He throws a couple good punches in. Ware doesn't really want to know at this stage. He's thinking, all right, let Schulte take the penalty. Nothing's happened to me at this point.
Ware is actually standing on the far side. He is going to get the penalty call. It'll be very interesting to see what happens because he did drop his gloves. And we do know if he did drop his gloves, we would have seen a different thing there and big bombs going either way. But instead, we just saw him going the other way. Ware now going head back to the London Knights bench. Don't actually know if he's going to get a penalty on it.
No, I'm not too sure at this stage. If he didn't get one for that cross check, he was lucky there. But it looks like he's going to the bench.
Well, if it's that case, then you got to say Mike Ware's done his job. But Gary, we've seen so many times that guys not dropping their gloves, but still getting a penalty call against them.
Well, it's usually the retaliation. It's usually something that's all happened off the play. And if that player's enticed another player to fight, you know, he's going to get the 2. The other guy might get the extra 2, where the club will still be at the advantage. But usually that he'll get something as well.
You can see just on the clock, 1:03 to go. and Schulte has gone into the box. The other penalty going to be served there. Colin Ward next to him, so he'll get the extra call.
Paul Rushford, number 44, in there as well for the earlier incident. He's sitting out for 2 minutes.
So Rushforth getting a 2+2 for roughing, Schulte getting a 2+2 for roughing, and Colin Ward getting a 2+2 for roughing. And nothing for the big man, Mike Ware.
I think he was very fortunate to get away with a call on that. I mean, it was clear he cross-checked, made a contact right in front of the bench, which could have drawn a penalty, but whether Kirkham didn't see it and was trying to watch what else was going on. But London are fortunate.
Garrett, let's look forward a little bit to this game and say if the London Knights do get a bit of a stranglehold on it, control the game, will McSorley give Ware the green light to go out there against Schulte and maybe land a few back?
I think he could see the green light being given, because obviously McSorley and London are not going to want anybody pushing this team around. And, you know, at this stage, Ware kept his composure, didn't draw anything in, took the shots for the team, and he didn't get a penalty.
Okay, well, we're all square up here, but the clock...
You know, if you watch the replay of the, you know, Mike Ware comes in and cross-checks Schulte right in the, almost in the throat area. You know, he skates in. I don't know how he doesn't get a penalty. Obviously, Kirkham's not watching, but that's an infraction. And then Schulte gets up and does what you're supposed to do when that happens to you. He drops his gloves, and you know, lo and behold, Mike Ware decides not to fight, which is one of the first times I've ever seen him do that. You know, there's a few little pushes and shoves here, but I think...
First leg started half an hour late as the traveling Cardiff Devils were caught in heavy traffic. And the Storm were quick to attack. Weaver getting on the end of a Brabant pass to put the Storm ahead on the power play. Troy Newmeyer soon doubled the Manchester Storm advantage, slipping home Chris Miller's rebound off the post at the end of the opening period. In the second, Hurley stole the puck on the Storm's blue line and scored 1-on-0 on Herlowski. Whew! Darren Hurley's having a heck of a season. And Manchester rounded off their winning first leg performance. Morin shooting down Herlowski's left side to give the Storm a 4-0 lead. A large crowd turned out to cheer their teams on in the return leg of the semi-final in Cardiff. A thrilling game saw the first ever scoreless draw in B&H Cup history, and it was thanks to the men behind the masks. The Devils peppered Pietrangelo. Matulik's shot hitting the underside of the crossbar, but he stood firm, turning aside 27 shots on goal for back-to-back shutouts. Even the impressive Steve Thornton couldn't beat Pietrangelo, the post denying him, much to Heavy's disbelief. Manchester had their share of chances too, but the player of the game, Stevie Lyle, performed acrobatics to shut out the Storm. But it's Manchester who go through to their first ever B&H Cup final.
And as well as B&H Cup semi-final action. And the outstanding result of the weekend, undoubtedly Bracknell's 10-2 victory over the Sheffield Steelers. What, did you soften them up on Saturday for them?
Well, I don't know. We had a tough game with them, you know, in Sheffield the night before, and the Nottingham-Sheffield game is usually physical, and it tires both teams out, but that's a big score there, obviously.
Disappointing to see yourselves down at the bottom there, obviously, Mike, but Bracknell leading by a point from the London Knights, all very tight still.
Yeah, it's tight. You know, I look at the Bracknell's doing very well with 13 points from 8 games, but you know, I mean, then there we are sitting on the bottom. I don't even want to. I wish he wouldn't have shown that.
Yes, Dave Whistle would want him out there for the rest of the game because he's been very productive as well. Whenever he's on the ice, something happens.
He's a dynamic little player, and his stats have proven that he can play in this league.
Shot, scores! London turned it around so quick. Greg Burke against his old club, shoots high, goes for the cookie jar and knocks it down.
Well, Nick, I think that's going to be the final nail in the bee's coffin right there. Greg Burke getting a blistering shot away here, but a beautiful backhand pass right out into the slot, and Burke just puts it right up and top in the roof.
Well, that has definitely lifted the London Knights fans in here. The Bracknell Bees now on their heels. They've got it all to do.
McSorley takes his London Knights to face the Manchester Storm at the Sheffield Arena on December the 4th. It is live and exclusive, the Benson and Hedges Cup final. Sky Sports 2, December the 4th from 7 o'clock.
Great pass to Flickle. He's on his offside. He drives, he shoots. just between Hibbert's legs. It's going to be a bit of a tight call around here where the puck is. And fists are flying now. Well, things just got a little bit physical there. Clayton Norris, you can see him. He's definitely got a minor.
You'll see here, Flickle gets in there on a great opportunity. Bobbitt goes to the net. Newcastle men just pulling him out. All of a sudden, Leach comes in, but Norris just comes in with a right-hander and levels Leach to the ice.
Clayton Norris blindsiding Leach. And Gary, I got no problems with saying that a sucker punch, you just don't need it here. And Norris suckered Leach. And I'll tell you, if Leach was standing face-to-face, we would have seen a fight, but not there. Carlson winds up, screams it over the net, no one there. Again, Carlson now. Carlson skates in, he shoots, he scores! Carlson goes high on the glove side, says 2-2. And Leach says to Norris, that's what you get when you sucker me.
Absolutely. No, that was a beautiful shot and a great tying goal by Carlson here. You'll see Flickle working. He gets a little bit tangled up with Carlson, but sees Carlson high out there. Carlson just gets a wrist shot, beautiful to the top left of the River Kings goaltender.
It's off just inside Newcastle zone. Comes back to Carpenter. Right back to the other side. Leach lets the quick shot go. Hibbert has a rebound right in front of him. Now things get a little physical. Here we go, here we go. Bobbitt. They're going. Bobbitt and Meskimen. And Bobbitt and Meskimen. Bobbitt's getting a few in. He's got Meskimen's shirt and shoulder pads over his head. They're still on their feet, so the linesmen are going to wait. Bobbitt, Meskimen on the glass. And I think we won't see many more punches thrown in this one, Gary. They tied each other up, and who would you give that one to? Middleweight fight.
I don't know. I think Bobbitt got a little better in there. He started throwing the punches, and Meskimen just held back and held on in the end. You see here, Carpenter getting great control. Leach getting a great shot on net there. Hibbert making a good save. Off the play there. Bobbitt just went in to get the rebound. There was no sort of altercation with the goaltender. Meskimen just grabs on and starts taking offense to it, but Bobbitt gets the better of him.
So we've seen, Gary, that perhaps the one fault that Newcastle have had was that they fold a little bit when things get physical. And do you think that maybe Bobbitt knew that and is trying to take advantage of it?
Well, you know, when you look at the Scandinavian players in the leagues or around the world today, they used to be very finesse players. They didn't like the physical contact. But now, I think that's all changed. If you look at any of the world championships over the last few years, they're just as physical out there, and they're not going to take it from anybody, and it proved right there.
3-2, Newcastle over the Panthers. And now we can have a look at all the highlights from the game. The goal scoring started by Dave Struch. He snipes in from the point to make it 1-0. Newmanen then ties it up at 1 with a great pass from Ruggles. And then Malvina on the off wing. He lets it rip on the short side to beat Willis to make it 2-1. Carlson on the power play. Knocks the cookie jar. And then Metovara gives Newcastle the 3-2 lead. And the